Hey everybody, it's DJ here, and thank you so much for tuning in to Walmart Storytime. We have a special guest with us today. Now, he's a multi-platinum selling music artist, a box office breaking actor, and the creator of a great animated series and book series for the young and the young at heart called Karma's World. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Chris Ludacris Bridges. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me here. This is always fun, man. This has been a long time in the making, so it feels great, and I'm honored to be here with you today.
Oh, well, we certainly appreciate you. Now, first of all, we like to give people their flowers. So first of all, congratulations on all of your successes, including 2 seasons of Karma's World on Netflix and 2 chapter books. The Great Shine-A-Thon, book number 1, and Viral Video Showdown, which is book number 2. But if you don't mind, can you tell us about Karma's World and how it came to be?
Man, Karma's World came to be, it was all inspired by my oldest daughter. I now have 4, but my oldest, when she was 6 years old, she used to run into my home studio all the time and interrupt Daddy while I was recording a lot of records that people know that I've recorded and been out there in the world. And she would say, Daddy, I want to rap like you. I want to be a rapper. And I would always kick her out, but she was so persistent that one day I had to sit her down and say, if you want to do music, you have to talk about what goes on in your life and in your world. And it sparked this idea of just coming up with this great, these storylines and coming up with this great music that is all to try to uplift and encourage the young generation, man. And what better way to do that than with my own family? So this has been over a decade in the making. Hopefully this is one of those examples that lets people know to never give up on your dreams. But that's exactly where Karma's World started. And now look, we're venturing into books. We're venturing in a little bit of everything, and I couldn't be more proud of turning something from a dream to a reality.
If people aren't as familiar with your career trajectory, I know you went from DJing to rapping to being the creator of a kids series, even voicing one of the characters on the show. And I'd say there's a lot of storytelling in your music. So do you feel like having that background made it easy to create Karma's World?
No, it did not. Nothing can prepare you for animation and being able to voice an animated character. It's a lot more hard work than people probably think that it is. A lot of repetition, a lot of editing, a lot of different things, inflection and voices. And, it's one thing to act in camera as my body. It's another thing to act with another animated person's body. So, man, it's a totally different experience, but nonetheless, it has been fun. It's been exciting. And I think when you see the final product and people are able to watch this show, it makes it all worth it.
Y'all are in for a special treat because Chris, as the creator of the series, has so kindly agreed to read a portion of the first book in the Karma's World series called The Great Shine-A-Thon Showcase, written by a Halcyon person with illustrations from Yesenia Moises. So Chris, you ready to go?
Man, I was born ready.
Karma and her friends are totally stoked for the MC Grills concert in their neighborhood, Hansberry Heights. But when the famous rapper's bus breaks down and the show is canceled, it's up to Karma to make the best of some bad luck. Will Karma be able to put on her own concert, the Shine-A-Thon, with her friends, or will the pressure prove to be too much? Take it away, Chris.
I stepped up onto my chair and looked out over the entire center. MC Grills was supposed to perform Sunday night. Well, just because his brush bus broke down, that doesn't mean we can't still have a show. Crash scoffed, waving me away in the annoying way he always does. Psst, MC Grills isn't here, and he definitely won't be here by Sunday. Around him, other kids mumbled in agreement, getting disappointed all over again. So who exactly are you suggesting is gonna perform at this little concert? Well, what about all of us? I said with a big smile. Around me, the entire community center went silent. At that moment, it felt like time froze. I could feel my heartbeat thumping all the way up in my ears. Was this a bad idea? Was I being silly? Was I about to embarrass myself in front of everyone? But even though I was nervous that I might be wrong, I tightened my fist and kept explaining. I knew that what I had to say was important. We don't need MC Grills. We've got talents and skills. So what if we put on our show to cheer up the whole neighborhood, I asked. Next to me, I could see Winston and Switch begin to smile. They were starting to like my idea. Karma's right. We can all do what we're good at. Winston jumped in, stepping up onto the chair beside me. We'll work together to put on a show even better than MC Grill's concert. Some of my classmates were smiling, nodding, starting to see what I meant, but others still looked unsure. But Karma, Demi Ray, how can we put on a whole concert? We're just kids. It seemed like they were worried that just because we were fifth graders, we couldn't plan a whole concert ourselves. Well, I hesitated, losing my confidence. Maybe she was right. But then I looked back at Winston, who gave me a supportive smile. What do you really need for a concert? Music for one, Crash crossed his arms, rolling his eyes at my question. And dancers, Sam added. Ooh, we need to sell tickets and get everyone in the neighborhood to come, Megan jumped in. We'll need costumes, Danny added. And maybe an awesome stage with all sorts of cool sets, Tommy offered. And what about an epic laser show with smoke machines and giant robot dragon that just breathes fire? Chris, getting way too excited, started air guitaring as we all giggled at his silly answer. Well, I don't know about the giant fire-breathing robot dragon, but who says we can't do everything ourselves? I pointed to Sam and Demi Ray. You both know the floss like a boss dance moves by heart. I pointed to Sabia and Megan, and you too can totally design a website to sell tickets and let everyone in the whole neighborhood know about the show. Winston nodded. And I can make a really cool set here at the community center. I'll paint it myself. Carrie and Danny jumped up, and we can make costumes for everyone. It was working, but then Crash interrupted. Yeah, Karma, that's all chill, but what about music? You really think you're as good a rapper as MC Grills? Crash curled up his mouth in that frustrating smile he always had when he thought he was right. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying I'll rap all by myself, I told Crash. We can all sing songs. We can play instruments or do magic tricks. There was another pause as everyone in the crowd looked at one another, then back at me. Can I do my one-handed cartwheel, Sam asked, getting excited. I love doing cartwheels. Ooh, and can I do knock-knock jokes, Chris asked. Like here's one of my favorites. Knock, knock, who's there? Giant fire-breathing robot dragon. Giant fire-breathing robot dragon. I laughed, interrupting Chris. As much as I want to hear how that joke ends, you should save it for the show. I turned back to my friends, getting more excited with every word. We should all perform, and we should all do whatever we love, whatever makes you shine. As long as you're doing what you love and having fun, it'll be the best concert ever. That's right, Switch added, stepping up onto the chair next to me and Winston joining our team. If we do Karma's idea, we can all have a chance to shine for the whole neighborhood. And that's when it hit me. I knew what we had to call our show. It'll be the Shine-A-Thon Showcase. I cheered, throwing my hands up into the air, the show where every kid in Hansberry Heights gets to shine. Oh yeah. Ha! Shine-A-Thon.
Great. That was great. That was a great job there, Chris. Appreciate the passion, appreciate the great content. And I want to say this, for those who want to get their hands on this book, it's available in select Walmart stores and on walmart.com, so make sure that you take advantage there. You can also check out the second book in the series, which is called Viral Video Showdown and written by Jahan Madanti, illustrated by Yesenia Moises. And Chris, I know we're approaching the end of the episode, but before we go, is there anything else that you want to tell those who are watching?
Walmart is the cornerstone of everything great. Not only for my family, but I'm sure it is for yours. And if you thought they were amazing now, the future, they're gonna be even more amazing. You know why? Because they are carrying these books and a whole lot more. Pretty much everything you could ever need and want in life, no matter what goes on. I've had a ball. This has been phenomenal. I would just encourage everyone to go check out Karma's World. If you have not seen it, if you have seen it, go watch it again. This is a life-changing show, and it's garnering and galvanizing the entire world and bringing everybody together because love is the answer. And thank you to my partners, 9 Story, and much thank you to Walmart for supporting.
I certainly appreciate you being here with us, sir. And a big thank you to you all for watching. You've been great company. We will see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Peace. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe now so you never miss a story time, ever.